ridiculous.
I want to walk you guys through my journey on social media and industry as a mark for a new chapter in my life. A lot of times I think that story and the things that I've went through don't really amount to much. And then I'm able to share, and I'm able to speak with people and pour into people's lives. And it actually feels like there's an impact. I've recently shifted my view about what social media is to me. I've been doing it since I was 15, and it wasn't as popular then as it is now, but I stuck with it. And now I've moved across the country from the middle of nowhere in Greenup, Kentucky, all the way to Los Angeles, California. It's been an insane ride. The one thing I feel like the Lord has done recently is provide that purpose, is provide that clarity. I've been in front of a camera so many times. Why does this feel more nerve-wracking? I don't want it to be for me for any shallow reasons. I want it to be so that way I can impact people. That's why I love acting so much. You're serving a vision, you're serving a creative process so much bigger than just you are. You couldn't do it on your own, which is what makes it so special. The whole reason I was willing to take the risk of being on social media or even loving art or creativity in general is because of my grandma, my Mimi, who's now passed away. I really wish that I would have started before she passed away. You would have loved her. I don't know what I'm gonna step into. I don't know where it's gonna take me. But I know why I'm doing it now. I'm doing it to serve people, to serve you, to impact you. Whew. I've never really sat down and talked like this. It's scary. It's actually really scary. But growing up with my Mimi, she was in church choir and loved music, loved movies. I would spend unbelievable amounts of time with her because my younger brother, Xander, was always phenomenal at basketball. He still is. But because he was phenomenal at basketball, it led to him playing a lot of tournaments and things on weekends and throughout the week that my parents would drive with him hours and hours to go with. And I would stay at Mimi's house. I remember specifically, there's this really awesome moment when I was younger that I helped her with her spring cleaning, and we moved all the furniture out from the living room. She turned on music and she just started dancing. I'd never been exposed to that in my life. I didn't sit down here with an agenda. I didn't sit down here with a script. I just sat down to talk because I feel like social media in general is just lacking the value that I think people really need to start bringing back to it. I've learned so many lessons from moving across the country at 18 to getting to travel the world. There's so much that the Lord has showed me that I want to share with you. I want to walk through it with you. Even if it just changes one person's life, worth it. Sometimes it's hard living out here alone, going through stuff alone. You think people are there for you, and they end up not being. You think somebody's leader to you, they end up leading you in the wrong direction. It doesn't take away any my fear for God or my zeal, my zealousness for the Lord just highlights how much we need Him even more. Moving was really rough. I was put into a work environment pretty swiftly that I don't really think was meant to be healthy for me at all. But I do know where I'm headed. You are what you think about. Whatever consumes your days, whatever consumes your mind, your thoughts, that's what you are. That's what you become. You have full authority and full capability of changing the way that you think. And nothing about your reality, nothing about what's in the physical space that you inhabit, you live your life in, will change until your mind does, your heart does. Living in LA has presented this grind mindset that I'd never really experienced before. I grew up really being scared of money, if I'm being honest. That's the culture that I grew up in. It wasn't this super wealthy thing where it was always, fun to look at your bank account. I feel like I'm even working through that anxiety today. Just trying to force myself and expose myself to reality. No matter how much money is in my bank account, it always makes me nervous. That's just because of the way that I thought. And the more daily that I can remind myself that the goal of money, the goal of all this isn't for me, it's to serve people. And the goal for you should be to serve people. All that is a receipt to say that you have served somebody. And what a blessing that is. Man, what a blessing. I had a full academic scholarship that I turned down before I moved. I was pretty much on a path to finish the rest of my life. I had had it all planned out since I was probably a freshman in high school. But I knew that if I didn't try, I'd regret it. And I promise you, you'll always regret not trying more than you'll regret failing. That's a guarantee. You don't have to know where it'll end up. Because let me tell you, man, I have no clue where this is going to end up. I just drove an hour and 20 minutes from my house to a bonfire at the beach in Malibu just to sit by myself and talk to my phone for a couple hours. So you're not exactly looking at the perfect example of knows where their life is going. But man, I know what the purpose of it is. And you need to ask yourself the same thing. What's the purpose of where you're going? You're going to look back when you're 80 and say, man, I wish I would have tried. Too late now. Late now. I just dropped that gum out of my mouth. Too late now. It'll never be easy. Life will never be easy. You just get better at dealing with how hard it is. I've spent all this time talking about purpose. I'm tired of having this weird shell around what I do in my life. I don't care about it being aesthetic or anything like that. I care about it being honest. It doesn't matter how you wrap it up. It doesn't matter what bow you put on it. What's truly at the core is what's going to come across eventually. Sure, you might have been able to do something to distract somebody for a moment, but what's at the core will come out. I hope the things that I talked about serve you.